Hello students, this is Sangeeta Jain from St. Joseph Academy, Nagar, Ghaziabad. I hope you all must have seen Reproduction in Organism Part 1. Now I am here with second part. Sexual reproduction involves the formation and fusion of the male and female gametes in either the same individual or two individuals. These gametes fuse to form a zygote, which develops into a new individual. Offspring are not identical to each other or to the parents. So sexual reproduction gives rise to diversity among living organisms. Most of the higher animals produce almost entirely by sexual method. As you see, in sexual reproduction, two parents are required. And there is a need of meiosis cell division. These cell division are important because it is used to make haploid number. So at the time of fusion, again, 2n number will be stored. The life cycle of all organisms pass through 4 stages: juvenile phase, reproductive phase, senescence and aging, and death. First phase is a juvenile phase. This is a period of growth which is characterized by an increase in height in all animals, including human being, whereas in the plant we see the emergence of new leaves. Interestingly, the duration of juvenile varies in different organisms. In human being, for instance, the juvenile phase lasts for 13 to 16 years in the case of female and 13 to 15 years in males. And a mango tree remains in the vegetative phase for around 3 to 5 years. And this period from birth till the attainment of sexual maturity is called juvenile phase, and also it is non-reproductive. The juvenile phase is succeeded by the reproductive phase in both plants and animals. In the case of plants, this phase is marked by the appearance of flowers. However, organisms produce offspring. This is a reproductive phase. Now, third phase is senescence and aging. Senescence is the process of deterioration within animal and plant both. And aging is a progressive breakdown of an organism. And it is also a process of acquiring characteristics of age. Death, this is the end of life of an organism. Do you know that certain plants such as bamboo flowers only once in 100 years and it produces fruits and then dies? Similarly, Strobilanthes kunthiana neelakurenzi flowers once in 12 years. The last time it flowered in 2018. Its mass flowering transformed large tracts of hilly areas in Kerala, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu into widespread blue stretches. Among placental mammals, female exhibit cyclic changes in the activities of ovaries, accessory reproductive duct, and the hormones during the productive phase. These cyclic changes are called menstrual cycle and astral cycle. Furthermore, many animals and some mammals, particularly those living in natural conditions, exhibit such cyclic changes during favorable seasons or active throughout the years. So these are called seasonal breeder and continuous breeder. Sexual reproduction in animal. In this estrus cycle, examples are non-primate mammals like rats, sheep, dogs, cows, and tigers. And menstrual cycle is taken place in primates like monkeys, apes, and humans. In the same way, continuous breeders in this category, rabbit, cattle, and mice and man, these are present, and seasonal breeder in this, frog, lizard, and birds come. Now, events in sexual reproduction. Organisms reproducing sexually exhibit certain events. In animals, the reproductive phase begins with the marked changes both in external and internal morphology and physiology of the male and female. All these changes are regulated by hormones and enzymes. Events in sexual reproduction. All sexually reproducing organisms follow a regular sequence of events characterized by fusion of male and female gamete, formation of zygote, and embryogenesis. The sequential events may be grouped into following three distinct phases: pre-fertilization event, fertilization or syngamy, post-fertilization events. Pre-fertilization events. These events occur prior to the fusion of gametes. These include gametogenesis and gamete transfer. Gametogenesis, process of formation of gametes, male and female. These are haploid in nature, and in some organisms like algae, they are almost similar, and these are called homo or isogametes and cannot be categorized as male and female gametes. In others, the two gametes are morphologically and physiologically different. These are called heterogametes and are of two types, enterozoite or sperm and egg or ovum. No doubt, cell division is meiosis. Now let's see chromosome numbers in meiosis process, and 2n numbers we will check. Butterfly 360 chromosomes, 2n number. Human beings 46. Housefly 12. Rat 42. Rice 24. Ophioglossum 120 or 720 or 1440. Is it not strange that Ophioglossum is having this variable number of chromosome? This is due to polyploid nature of Ophioglossum. Here, chromosomes are present in multiple of n. So it may be 120, 720 or 1440 according to the polyploidy. It may happen. In some organisms, both the sexes are present in the same individual, monoecious or homothallic or bisexual, and in others they are present in two individuals, dioecious or heterothallic or unisexual. In a unisexual flower, the male flower is called staminate and the female flower is called pistillate. Gamete formation takes place by cell division. If parents are haploid, it is by mitosis, or in diploid parents, it is by meiosis. With specialized cells called myocytes, This is also known as gamete mother cell, and these are undergoing in meiosis. Gamete transfer. Transfer of male gamete is an essential event in sexual reproduction. The mature male and female gametes are brought together in proximity to facilitate fertilization. In angiosperm, for their fusion, in angiosperm, the pollen grain carries the male gamete and the ovule carries the female gamete. Pollen grains are produced in the anther and need to be transferred to the stigma for fertilization to occur. This is easy in monoecious plants as both the anther and the stigma are present close by. In dioecious plants, it takes place by pollination, whereas in organisms, male gametes are motile while the female gametes are non-motile, and the male gametes need a medium for their movement. A large number of male gametes don't make it to the female gamete, and hence several thousands of male gametes are produced to overcome this loss. Sexual reproduction, fertilization events. Fertilization is the most important process in sexual reproduction. The process of fusion of gamete is called syngamy. Fertilization occurs either in external medium or inside the body of the female organism. Thus, there are two types of gametic fusion, namely external fertilization and internal fertilization. In most aquatic organisms and amphibians, fertilization takes place outside their body. Their eggs and offspring are not protected from the predators, and this threatens their survival up to adulthood. In many terrestrial animals, fertilization is internal. It takes place inside the female body. In this process, the male gamete produced are motile and more in number and reaches the female gamete to fuse with it, thereby forming zygote. Examples are reptile, birds, and mammals. And in majority of the plants, such as bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperm, and angiosperm, internal fertilization occurs. Post-fertilization events. Events in sexual reproduction after fertilization are called post-fertilization events. These include formation of zygote and embryogenesis. Zygote, the haploid gametes fuse to form a diploid zygote in all organisms. Importance: it is used to connect to successive generations, and no doubt it carries variations. Embryogenesis. It is the process of development of the embryo from the zygote. The zygote undergoes cell division and differentiation. Cell division increases the number of cells of the embryo, and cell differentiation helps the cell undergo modifications to form specialized tissue and organs. Based on whether the development of zygote takes place outside or inside the body of female parent, animals have been put into two groups: oviparous and viviparous animals. Oviparous animals, the fertilized egg is covered by a calcareous shell and is released into the outside environment. The development takes place inside the egg and the young one hatches out. Examples are birds and reptiles. Viviparous, the development of the zygote takes place inside the female body and the developed young one is delivered outside. Examples, mammals, including humans. In flowering plants, zygote develops into an embryo inside the embryo sac, and embryo is the progenitor of next generation. After fertilization, sepal, petal, and stamen of the flowers wither and fall off. Zygote transforms into embryo, the ovule converts into seed, and ovary becomes a fruit. The fruits are of great advantages to the plant. These not only provide nourishment and protection to the developing seed, but also help in seed dispersal on getting suitable conditions. These seeds germinate into new plants. Parthenogenesis, development of an egg or ovum into offspring without fertilization. Examples are aphids, honeybees, and snakes. Parthenogenesis stops the chances of new combinations of genes and thus avoid selection in the population. This results in lack of adaptability followed by extinction or return to sexuality. And it does not bring any variations. Now I hope you all have understood the topic. Kindly attempt to solve the assignment. Come back to me for any query. Thank you. Good luck. See you again soon.